We're kind of in love with the broiler here at Everyday Food these days. It's so fast, it's so easy, great for quick, fresh meals all year long. Today, I'm making in my broiler broccoli and tofu with a maple soy glaze. Super fast, you guys are gonna be making this because in 15 minutes you can have dinner on the table. Cut up a head of broccoli. I'm cutting the broccoli into kind of largish florets, not huge though, because especially if your broiler's hot, they could burn before they cook through. I suppose if you wanted to buy pre-cut broccoli, it would save on some prep time. You want to use the stems too, so peel and cut up your stems. I don't like to throw them away, do you? Seems like a waste to me. Plus, I kind of like the texture of the stems better than I like the florets. Don't tell anyone. Even though I just told all of you. It's our little secret. Slide your paring knife right under the skin after trimming the bottom, and then pull. And it just pulls right off. You can use a peeler too, but I actually feel like this is a better way of doing it. More efficient. Trim off the dry bottom part too. Transfer your broccoli to a rimmed baking sheet. Then toss it with 3 tablespoons of oil, vegetable oil in this case, because it's semi-Asian tasting. I mean soy sauce. You don't want that olive oil flavor. And then some salt. I like to toss this right on the baking sheet. That way I do not have to dirty another bowl, but you can do it in a bowl if you'd like. And then transfer it to a broiler for 10 minutes while you get your sauce and the tofu ready. No delicious dish is complete without a sauce. I have a cup of chicken stock in this pot, and to that I'm adding 3 tablespoons of maple syrup, hence the maple syrup in the title. Pure maple syrup. I actually like to cook with grade B maple syrup when I can because it has a stronger flavor and I feel like the flavor really comes through, but either one, A or B, will work fine. Just don't use the fake stuff, okay? 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. And then a tablespoon of cornstarch for thickening. When it broils on top of the tofu and broccoli, it'll thicken. And also I'm gonna thicken some on top of the stove to serve drizzled over the top at the end. Make sure that when you're adding cornstarch to liquids, you add it to cold liquids. If you add it to hot liquids, it'll clump up right away and it will, well, it'll be lumpy. For the tofu portion of our recipe, I have 1 container of firm tofu that I'm just draining a little bit on paper towel just to get out some excess liquid. Cut that into 3/4 inch thick slices. This tofu is just gonna go right onto the sheet with the broccoli and broil together. Grab your broccoli out of the broiler. The tofu can go directly on top of your broccoli. Seems a little weird. I'm gonna nestle it in. I don't care what the recipe says, I'm not putting it on top of the broccoli. Near the broccoli, amidst the broccoli, whatever. Drizzle it with half the sauce, and then the other half of the sauce, like I said before, you're gonna thicken to drizzle over the top at the end. The heat of the broiler will also thicken the sauce, so you're gonna get thickening in both places. And make sure that you cook some rice. Start the rice first, because it takes such a short time to cook this dinner. Cook for about 6 more minutes until there's some brown spots on the tofu and the broccoli and the sauce is thickened slightly. It'll take about 6 more minutes, and meanwhile you can thicken your sauce. Cook your sauce on top of your stove until it boils and thickens. It should take 6 minutes. Depends on the heat of your stove though, really. Make sure that you stir it. It's already starting to thicken on the bottom because it's heating up from the bottom first, and when the liquid comes to a boil, that's when the cornstarch is activated and thickens, but you don't want it thickening unevenly, so give it a stir. Now that it's at a boil, the cornstarch will be fully activated, and it's a nice spoonable consistency, and it will coat the rice and the vegetables really nicely. Okay, we're done. So I can serve it up right now. The aforementioned rice. I also cook rice on the weekends and then heat it up whenever I need it. If you do it on the weekend, you can freeze it and reheat it, and it's fantastic. Give yourself 1 or 2 pieces of tofu and plenty of broccoli. And I'm gonna just go out on a limb and say that maybe broccoli should be giving kale a run for its money, because kale's over, guys. Broccoli is totally in. Do you believe me? Are you on the broccoli bandwagon with me? You probably will be after you make this dish for dinner, because it's so fast and easy. A little drizzle of sauce, fantastic deliciousness. Broccoli is giving kale a run for its money. Give it a try, people, give it a try. Hi guys, thanks for watching this video. Be sure to click here if you want to subscribe, and click over here if you want to continue watching more great videos like this.